your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. And my friend, it is a huge morning. We get to celebrate one of our own. Someone who has gone to do the biggest of the biggest and has now said, South Africa, I am representing you as your Mr. Supranational. Of course, I'm talking about Dr. Fezile Mkhize. He is an actor. He is a presenter, the top travel king. He is somebody who continues to show everyone that you can be everything all at once and excel in each and every one of them because he is also a doctor. Everyone, please give it up for our first African Mr. Supranational ever, Dr. Fezile Mkhize.
Wow. I've been on the set before. I feel like that's one of the best introductions I've had. It's amazing.
Listen, it happens when you become Mr. Supranational.
I'm getting used to these things. You know, usually it's like, oh, Dr. Fez. Now there's a whole like soliloquy before Mr. Supranational 2024.
But that's because of the work that you're doing, King. And we're so proud of you. You're a national treasure. I mean, you always were, you and your abs, but you know now, even more so, because you are now representing us on this global stage. I want to ask you, because fresh out of Poland, you've just come from that moment when they said, Fezile Mkhize is 2024's Mr. Supranational. Speak to us about that.
It's crazy because even before I heard the announcement, our final Q&A, I got to speak about something that was very close to my heart. My grandmother and my mother, who are my biggest inspirations. They're the people who always tell me that you can do more than what you think you can do, have more than what you have. So when they actually said it, most people see I was kind of closing my eyes and they were asking, what were you thinking in that moment before they made the announcement? Because they really waited. They're like, and it is tension.
12 years.
Yeah, tension. And in that moment, I was just like, I was serene. I was at peace with whatever happened. I knew my granny was watching, my aunt who had passed, who I dedicated the whole journey to. Wayne Stafford was the previous national director who had also passed. And yeah, just in that moment, I was calm. So when they said it, I was like, okay, we did something. I was like, Africa, Nazoge, we've done something. We've done something. And yeah, just sitting here makes it feel so much more real because Expresso is the place to go when it comes to announcements like this.
That's right. And I love that you know it because our friend...
All the big moments, like top travel, anytime I've done anything major, I've come here and I've told everybody Mzansi. So yeah, this is amazing.
It is amazing. And Fez, the thing that blows my mind about you is the fact that you haven't done pageantry for a long time. Yeah, you started with the one pageant that you did.
Mr. World.
And now look at you where you are. Speak to us about the fact that like this is something that is genuinely new to you, but now you're having to just like immerse yourself in it and honestly taking on this new journey as a whole.
I think for me, when it comes to pageantry, everybody has their preconceptions, their thought processes. When I think of pageantry, it's always about taking people who I think are amazing, usually come from quite humble, simple beginnings, and they build themselves up, and then they end up being these lights that tell people that if things are hard, if things don't quite make sense, you can still build yourself up, I have a term, brick by brick, by laying one brick at a time every single day, and hopefully you become somebody that the community is proud of. And yeah, for me, that's what's always helped me in life through all the things that I've done, to be able to try sucking. To try succeed.
To try succeed. You have succeeded. You have the sash. What more do you want?
Honestly, the sash is very heavy. I feel like even when I put it on, I'm just like, make sure you are very eloquent.
Exactly. Yeah.
Posture.
The Mr. Supranational voice. I don't know. This is a different voice. I haven't heard this one.
Wow.
I like it. It looks good on you.
There's maybe it's a gravitas.
Exactly.
There's a gravatas.
There it is. There it is.
Big with gravatas.
You know, when you say gravitas, you use words like onus.
You must own it, own us.
Okay, so now Dr. Fezile Mkhize as Mr. Supranational, the onus is on you to tell us, what did it feel like having the whole of South Africa literally behind you and rooting for you?
Do you know, I tell this to people, and I wanna give a deep thank you to Ladies House. It's a group on Facebook. They are always pushing forward South Africans if they ever need votes or any comments when it comes to the social media space. And I just want to say thank you to them. They were absolutely amazing. They allowed me to be one of the top people when it came to being an influencer. They really were pushing the fact that they are from South Africa. I'm Zulu, so they also love that. And as a Zulu person, I just shout out to the ancestors. But it's just one of those beautiful things when it comes to our country. We've gone through so much, but we always band together on an international platform. And that's what I tell people. Come to South Africa because there's all sorts of things that might not be going 100%, but the one thing you'll get is flavor, is love, is accommodation. So it was amazing. And to stand here as the first African, first South African Mr. Supranational, and I say first because it's not the last.
Exactly, there it is.
It's a start.
This is what I love about you, is that you are laying down the foundation for others to come after you and make sure that they also 100% follow their dreams.
Of course.
So this is why I then ask you, Faiz, because there are a lot of people who want to give up on their dreams sometimes, because sometimes it's difficult. What do you say to those people as Mr. Supranational?
Same thing I said as my final answer to the final show. It's never too late. My grandmother, humble beginnings, worked as a domestic worker, made incredibly smart, very articulate. But during the times, apartheid, everything else might have constrained her. My mother, similarly, was the head girl, very smart, first person to go to varsity. So I'm just like, if I have these superheroes in my life and they were able to push, their dreams weren't fully actualized until I'm standing here or sitting here in front of you. My brother's a doctor. I'm a doctor. My sister's also done tertiary education. Your dreams are valid. They, more importantly, need to be fulfilled, and they only expire when you do. And sometimes, if they're big enough, they move on to multiple generations. Okabaze Lanje are very incredible people, but I know that's a South African thing.
And there will be more, and they will be greater. And also, very quickly, Faiz, we don't have time. I want to ask you, Men's Health cover, so proud of you, congratulations. But I also know the foundation that you have. Great work. In 30 seconds, tell us what it's about.
Well, I've had a number of Men's Health covers, thankfully. Those are up there in my awards, kind of one of the top things, even with this. And it's always about trying to make sure, Wusi, you're not just mentally sharp, you're physically sharp as well. And as a role model now, which blows my mind, I always have to make sure, Wusi, get right. Boxes ticked every morning. I actually did a workout before I came here.
So now he said the word workout, and I'm so scared.
Nazo.
Because he's going to be working out here with us. But not with us, and the crew's forcing me. I'm the one who's doing it. I'm so scared, but you know what? It's okay. I will survive because I've got your support, Expresso family, and it is going to be happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But now, though, I know we're feeling good in Johannesburg. Cape Town family, how good are we feeling?